Hi, my name is Angel. Welcome back to my channel. I am getting over a little case of the sniffles, so if I sound a little bit weird today, that is why. But we're here. We are going to talk about my TBR for December, the books that I want to read. It is the last month of the year, which is absolutely crazy. Normally around this time, I kind of go into like hyperspeed and I read a whole bunch of books and really like up my numbers for reading for the year. But this year, it's like different. I'm just kind of taking my time. Like, I've hit my Goodreads goal for reading, I've hit my personal goal for reading, so now I'm just kind of vibing and taking my time with the books that I read, and it's been really nice. I do still have a whole bunch of books that I want to read in December, so we're going to talk about those. So first and foremost, I need to finish off my 23 in 2023. If you guys haven't heard of this before, it was basically like the beginning of the year or like the end of last year. A lot of people were doing this thing called 23 in 2023, where you choose 23 books that you hope to get to in the year, and I have done pretty good with those, but I do have a few left that I haven't read yet, so I'm gonna squeeze those in, or try to squeeze those in December. So the first one for that is Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. I have heard a lot of good things about this. I have heard a lot of bad things about the movie. I haven't seen the movie. I don't even really know what it's about, except that it's like, I think video games, sci-fi. I have no idea. And that's pretty much it. But I put it on my 23 in 2023, so we're gonna read it. This next one, I am a little bit nervous for, Requiem for a Dream. Listen, the movie, seen the movie, love the movie. It's probably one of my favorite movies, but do I have a strong desire to watch it more than once? No, not really, but we're gonna read the book, which I've heard is even more messed up and disturbing than the movie. Books obviously tend to be a lot more in-depth and kind of convey some emotions a little bit better, although I think the film does a great job of making you feel what it intends to make you feel. But I am excited and nervous to read this, and it has been on my physical TBR for a very long time, so I don't really know what else to say except for like, wish me luck with this one. Also, if you haven't heard of this before, this is basically about a few different people and their relationships to each other and their relationships with drug addiction, and it is very brutal. That's not a word. I was trying to say it is very brutal at times, and very disturbing and messed up, just as you would imagine. The storyline, specifically in the movie with the mother and the way that the visuals and things were filmed for that, has stuck with me since then. So I don't know what it's gonna be like reading it. Moving on, the next one off of my 23 in 2023 is another one that I'm very nervous for. That is Geek Love by Katherine Dunn. I thrifted this one a while ago. You could probably tell it's thrifted because it's not in great condition at all. But I thrifted it. It had been sitting on my physical TBR for a long time, and then I actually decided that I didn't want to read it, and so I put it in a donation pile to take back to the thrift store, and then later on changed my mind and took it out of the donation pile, and it's still here. I have decided I'm going to commit to reading it because I have heard a lot of good things about this. I think it's supposed to be disturbing and maybe thought-provoking, and I feel like it's just gonna be a very dense read and a little bit difficult to get through, so we'll see about that. I also saw a post on Instagram the other day, I don't know if this is true or not, but I guess like Kurt Cobain talked about this book or said that he liked this book or something, I don't know. I don't know if that's true, but this I think is about like these people that work in a carnival and they like, I don't know, get sexually involved and start having children, and things are, I don't know what the word is, like abnormal, maybe some, oh my god, why did I just forget the word that I was trying to say? Deformities. Maybe some deformities in here, some weird things with the human body. I don't know. but I've heard it's disturbing, so we're gonna read it. And the last book that I have to read for my 23 and 2023 to be complete is called The Bone People. I don't remember the author, I actually don't remember the plot either, but I originally added this to my TBR because it has to do with Maori, like, I don't know if it's folklore or just like stories and legends, and that was something that I want to read more about. If you guys don't know, Maori is the indigenous people of New Zealand, so I just wanted to learn more about their culture and read some books that had to do with that. And when I searched that, this was like the most popular one that came up, so I decided to give it a try. I have to get that one from my library when I do get around to reading it, but if you guys have heard of this or have read it, definitely let me know. If you guys know any other books that have to do with Maori culture, definitely let me know, because I'm very interested to learn and read things that will teach me something new, I guess. So moving away from that section, you guys have probably seen me talk about this already, but I really am trying to read A Court of Mist and Fury in December. I really wanted to drop all of my reading plans for November and read this one, but I already had a nearly 900-page book on my TBR for November, so that wasn't gonna happen. So I'm really hoping to read this one in December, and I think I might turn it into like a fantasy sequels vlog, because I did read 3 books in my fantasy vlog, and I still have this one, The Ballad of Never After, which is the sequel to Once Upon a Broken Heart. I still have this checked out from the library, so I can read it and do a vlog, but I'm just really excited to read this one above anything else. Okay, and then the next few I have to get from the library. I don't have physical copies, but I live in Florida now. I just moved to Florida a couple months ago, and before that I had lived in Colorado for 5 years, and despite being from Hawaii originally, I had gotten used to Colorado winters, and now I'm here in Florida listening to Christmas music, and I'm like, where the heck is the snow? So I want to read some books that are set in wintertime, set in snowy landscapes. Those are some of my favorite thrillers and horrors to read, so I want to read some of those this December and kind of bring in that like snowy atmosphere, like get me in the winter mood. So 2 that I believe, I want to say I know for sure I'll be reading, but I don't know exactly. I believe that I for sure will be reading these. I will hope that I will read these in December. The first one is Dead of Winter by Darcy Coates, which is a pretty recent release, I believe. I haven't read from Darcy Coates before, although I do have this book and another book by her on my TBR, so I'm very excited because I've heard very good things. This kind of sounds like your classic wintertime thriller where we have this group of people in a secluded cabin somewhere in a snowy landscape. There is a killer among them, and they have to kind of figure out how to survive until help can get there, that type of thing. So very excited. Like I said, I've heard good things. And the other one that I would like to read in December is Road of Bones by Christopher Golden. I've actually heard a lot of mixed reviews on this one. I've heard a lot of people say that they really like it, and I've heard a lot of people say that they didn't like it, or they don't like this author, or whatever. This one I'm not actually entirely sure if it takes place during winter. I'm pretty sure it does. Like, just look at the cover. That gives winter vibes to me. But this is a book that is set in Siberia, and I believe we are following this like film crew that is making like a ghost film documentary type thing on this like highway that is supposedly haunted or something. I don't entirely know, but it sounds interesting. I really love the cover design, and I'm very excited to give it a try and see where I fall among the mixed reviews, if I really love it or if I'm with everybody that doesn't love it. Anyway, that is all of the books that I'm hoping to read in December. We've definitely got a good mix. We have some books that are from the 90s and some books that were just released this year. We have some that have been sitting on my TBR for a very long time that I'm very excited to get through. We have one that is brand new to my TBR that I'm very excited to get to. So hopefully it'll be a really good reading month. If you guys have read any of the books that I've mentioned, definitely share your thoughts and opinions down below, because I love to hear what you guys think about books that I'm thinking about reading. Also, feel free to share your reading plans in the comments, because I also love to hear what everybody else is reading. I just love books and I love talking about books. So with all of that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and hopefully I will see you guys next time.